Greg Jacobson, $1.99. Thank you, brother. What's your thoughts on the CM Punk video on AEW? Did you happen to see that, Rob?
How are we going to not talk about that?
Yeah.
First off, do we release these like when we talk about this now? Because everyone's talking about it. I saw everyone's channel's talking about it.
Right.
Like, do we release these on a timely manner, or does this come out like 2 or 3 weeks later?
No, what it would do is I'd release it on Monday. But if it's a time sensitive thing, typically what I will do is I'll go in and clip it up and then I'll put it up on YouTube earlier. So it's still time sensitive. You know what I mean? So, like, for example, like this topic, I might clip up and put on YouTube.
I was wondering about that when I saw something. I can't remember if it was something about Vince or what, but it just seemed like it was 2 weeks after like everything else like broke. Or anyway, I did see the security footage, and I don't know, man. You know, I even knew we were going to talk about this, and whatever I thought I was going to say, I don't know what it was. I don't really have strong feelings on it. I feel like this, you know, as far as the actual footage, you know, it's security footage. It's hard to see details. Okay, you say Phil's got him in a front face lock. I believe you. I would have to rewind it a few times, you know, myself, expand it to see it. I could, but anyway, okay, boom, that happened. They split it up. But it's not about that. I don't think it's about the timing, and it's about why did AEW release this? That's what everyone's talking about. Mm-hmm. They're saying it's desperate, that it's an all-time low, that everyone's going to give up on them now. I don't really believe the hype, you know, behind all of that. I think there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of people talking. They've been talking, and if everybody is able to back their conversation with numbers, which I don't know, but if you're AEW haters and you're watching week after week and you're seeing the numbers decline or whatever, then keep doing it. Then keep doing it all the way. You know, I know that when I was with Impact, that the whole time I was there from 2010 till 2012 or 13, and then well, definitely during that time, they were always rumored to be folding. They were closing. You know, it was going to be their last week. They ran out of money. They're going to get kicked off of TV. All of it was just everybody talking, and then Dixie Carter just, you know, showing up every week and not reacting in any way that I saw to that negativity out there. So I kind of feel like that about AEW, because them choosing to show the altercation, what did it do for their show? I don't know. Maybe it got ratings. Maybe people tuned in just to watch that show. I don't know if they did or not. I don't know.
It got a boost. I think it got like a 29% boost or something.
Well, so I look at it like you know, WWE used to be so big that they wouldn't even acknowledge that any other companies existed, right?
Right.
They never mentioned another company. If there was a well-known wrestler from somewhere else and he came in, they wiped out his identity like a thief, and then just fucking gave him a new name, new character. That's what I thought they were going to do with me, because that's what they always did.
Right,
they were changing times, thankfully, during that era, and they added to my story, to my depth, by continuing my path instead of trying to recreate it. And I was very thankful for that. ECW, they would do the other way, as far as like, not only would they acknowledge the other companies, they would do things that Sabu thought was too much, because he thought it made us look too small. Uh-huh. He thought that like BWO.
Yeah.
You know, that's us. We have our own wrestlers, and their whole character is being like clown imitations of this other team that is on TV, and Sabu's saying, you should say, hey, we got a team that can kick your ass. Instead, we got a team that's making fun of one of your teams that draws because we can't draw. Sabu took it like that. That's how people are taking this whole AEW thing. They're saying that by AEW filming it, that they're localizing their growth potential to a point to where they're coming across small. Some people think they're going to implode. They're so small. And I look at it like it's more like ECW style. And for ECW, they capitalized on being the small guy. And I get it. If AEW, if they're trying to say, hey, we're big as hell, just like WWE, then maybe that's not going to be, conducive to that flow. But if we're AEW, we have our own identity, whatever, and we acknowledge that there's other wrestling companies, and we acknowledge, what's going on on the internet that people know about, whatever, ECW would do stuff like that all the time. That's just like one example. But if somebody got in legal trouble, they would make it part of the storyline. That's how I take it. I take AEW just from a show writer's point of view. I take it like their style is and always has been more like ECW. So for that reason, I'm okay, even though I don't know why they showed it.
Yeah. And that's a good point. Like, I never looked at it from that perspective. Rob, literally before I got on with you, I wrote an article about the whole thing and gave my opinion and stuff like that. But like looking at it from that, like Tony Khan was a fan of ECW. He was at your show, you and Sabu in the stretcher match and all that stuff. So like if you're going with that mentality of like, hey, we're gonna push back and be the alternative where we are the rebel kind of thing aspect of it, and you want to have that kind of identity, that's definitely a different way to look at it. Where it comes.
That's why we call this show one of a kind.
That's it, man.
But there was a lot of it Sabu didn't like, and because he was my mentor and I was, under his arm literally, and whatever he said was bond. Like we didn't like it when like Tommy Dreamer would wrestle like he's Dusty Rhodes,
right?
Because that's not what we believe. Like, hey, get your own gimmick, because he would do all the, go through like all the things. We're like, well, what the hell? That's not cool. Let Dusty do that. You do your own shit. That's how we looked at it. So
yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
But obviously the company overall, that was always part of it, was like you said, being the rebel, poking at the bigger bears, and a lot of times doing spoofs on them, shit like that.
Yeah. Wow. How about that? Man, you enlightened me here, Rob, tonight. I'm gonna have to make a couple edits, I think, on that article now.